Get ready with me while I tell you how I got in this insane car accident. Honestly, the most fucked up part of this whole story is what I saw when I first got out of the car. I was in university at the time and my roommate let me borrow her car to go to a modeling job in another city. I was on my way home and I live in Canada and I think this was around January, so it was a little bit icy on the roads. I was not speeding, I wasn't on my phone. I actually looked at my phone and it was at 3%. I tossed it on the chair next to me and I was like, I'm just gonna use this in case of emergencies. There was in fact an emergency. So I'm driving on like these country back roads. Selena Gomez, Heart Wants What It Wants comes on the radio and I was like, no thanks. And so I reached down. It was an older car, so for some reason the radio on the car was like lower. Anyways, I reached down. The car caught a little bit of gravel on the side of the road and I quickly overcorrected. When I overcorrected, the car started fishtailing like crazy. I had no control over the steering wheel. Like it was just, it had a mind of its own. I could not stop it. All of a sudden, I just see my vision like swirling. I don't know how to describe this feeling other than like everything was so loud but quiet at the same time. Like I do not know how to, like you can hear the world around you and like the car crumbling, but at the same time you're in so much shock that you're just like kind of paralyzed. Basically, when I overcorrected, the car lost complete control and just did a bunch of flips into a farmer's field. Honestly, thank God that I crashed into a farmer's field with no sticks or fences because the car had a sunroof and I could have easily been impaled by something. So the car stops and I'm like hanging upside down. Like the car stopped upside down. I was hanging by my seatbelt. Like what the hell? I immediately went into fight or flight mode. I just started panicking. Like I ripped the keys out of the ignition. I pushed the car to park for some reason. My mentality was that it might explode because your girl's seen movies. I unclip myself from the seatbelt. I fall onto the roof of the car. I've got like cuts all over my hands and knees from falling on glass. Pull myself through this little broken window on the car. I take a couple steps back and look at the car and I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up. I put my hands like on my head like, oh, like panicking, and I felt a massive goose egg. All of a sudden things started happening in waves. I blinked and there was cops pulled over. There was 3 cars pulled over. There was 4 cars pulled over. Everybody just started pulling over and the first person that pulled over was actually an off-duty cop that was taking his kid to school where I go to school. So that was kind of embarrassing. Honestly, the most fucked up part of this whole story is what I saw when I first got out of the car. Tell me how the first thing that I see when I get out of this vehicle